welcome to the Art Social Christmas special. I'm super duper excited today to be able to share with you the joy of Christmas. So for today, we're going to be painting on a large canvas, and we're gonna have our three main paintbrushes: large, medium, small. We're gonna have our paint, we're gonna have some white, some gray, some black. We're also gonna have some green, some different shades of green. We're also gonna have some reds. So we're gonna play around with that. I'm going to actually show you right when I'm done talking what tools and such that I have, because today we're also gonna be using a beautiful bow that I found at the store and some twine. So make sure to pause the video on the next clip, because I'm going to show you exactly what you need, okay? So I'm gonna have taken pictures of it. I'm gonna put it up. You're gonna see exactly what I've got, and you can copy me exactly, or you can go and get your own decoration. It's up to you. And also, if you remember correctly, last week I ended up posting a on my Facebook page, the Art Social Facebook page, that we are going to be doing a Christmas giveaway. So that's going to be the special part of this episode, is at the end of the episode, when you're done and you have your own beautiful painting, I will be putting up my painting as a giveaway. So the original piece that you followed and copied me doing, it's gonna be yours if you win, okay? So listen up. I'm going to post a video tomorrow, and that video is going to give you instructions on how to pursue the giveaway so that you can possibly win the original Ellie Art Social painting from the tutorial itself. This tutorial, you heard me. Okay, so how about we get started on what we need? But before we get to that, I just want to say Christmas is very special to me. I hope it is to you. It's just a wonderful time for sharing, loving, being kind. So just remember all those things. It's not always about the gifts. It's just about family and loving one another. And you know what? You could do that all year long. But at Christmas, it just feels warm and fuzzy and beautiful. So just enjoy that. Enjoy Christmas. I will be explaining at the end of this video when the next video will be, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys? I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, so we're gonna get started on this. What you see here is how we're going to begin our Christmas painting. So I want you to get your white and your black out, and you're going to, instead of having the canvas this way, we're gonna put it this way to just be able to go sideways, and that will help us get the streaks that we want, because we're going to make a nice wood looking finish. We did something similar with this. With a Halloween slash fall painting that I did. We did some wood grooves and stuff like that. We're gonna try to do exactly the same thing, okay? So I started by dotting some white throughout the board, and as you can see, I only put a very tiny amount of black in 3 spots, because I wanted to kind of turn into like a little bit of a gray wood grain into the white. So we're gonna crack on, and I'm going to grab my big brush, and I'm just gonna go back and forth, and we're gonna get this board nice and full, okay? gotten with the end result. And I have marked, I don't know if you can see here, there you go. I have marked with my black just a very tiny 3 dots right here, kind of like a little line, and we're going to go all the way through nice and as straight as you can on all these 3 dots, okay, and go all the way to the end. When you're done that, we're going to be doing the wood grain inside of it, and it's going to look really, really, really pretty. So I'm going to start with the top. Okay, I got myself some black paint right here on a little piece of cardboard. Recycling is awesome. It's the best tools for your paint. There you go. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at this little dotted line. I'm gonna go straight all the way through. If you can't do a straight line, you could get yourself a ruler if you wanted to, or what I have is some painter's tape. So you can go ahead and get yourself some painter's tape and put it across for 3 lines, and you can trace those up if you would like. So go ahead and do that, or you can try doing it by hand, but it depends on how dry your painting is, because you don't want to put tape on your painting when it's still wet. Mine is a little bit, so I don't want to put the tape on, but this is a good suggestion. If you want to make straight lines, go ahead and put it across in 3 sections, and those will be like your ruler. But if you're doing the tape, make sure that the paint is dry before doing it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my paint, and I'm going to very, very gently, even if it's not the straightest of lines, I'm gonna go across. Because wood is not really perfect. It's got little dips and cracks and stuff, so that's why I like doing it freehand. So freehand, if you don't know what that is doing something by hand without the help of some tools like I was telling you, the tape or a stencil, anything like that, okay? So I'm gonna go over top of it again because I feel like that's not quite dark enough at the end. Like this. I'm gonna dip some more in. Don't be afraid to use that paint. There you go. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap around the ends. So I don't know if you can see, but my, here, I'll twist it up like this. My ends, I'm gonna wrap them around. Okay? So do that with all your lines, and then meet me back in the next clip. Okay, my friends, so now that I've let it dry and I've put all my 3 lines, we're gonna do some grain in the wood, and I think that we're going to make sure that it stays in away from the middle and the top kind of area. So I'm gonna put a little bit here and maybe like a little bit here. Not too much. It's not gonna take a lot of space. I just want it to be a little bit detailed, that's all. So I'm gonna take my brush that I used to make my lines, and I'm just gonna dip in my black a little bit, and I'm just gonna give it kind of like a wrinkly feeling, like that, like the grooves in the wood. So just do a line here, like that. I might actually go to the top right here because we're not gonna have really much there. So that's fine like that. I'm gonna follow the groove here and here. And I think I'm gonna try a little bit right here. Just a little bit of a wood feel like that. I'm gonna add a little bit here. And here as well. Okay, so do as much as you want, just not so much in the middle, because we're gonna have a word in the middle, and we're also going to have our wreath in the middle. And we're gonna have a big bow here with some twine going up like that. Okay, so my next thing is that I'm going to be drawing a circle for the wreath. So I want a big, nice circle in the middle here, and I went and got myself an aluminum pot, and I think that that's big enough for what I want to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place it not up high, more towards the bottom, like that. So I'm leaving about this much space at the bottom, and I'm gonna go ahead with a pencil. Make sure that's kind of centered this way, and I'm gonna put it in the middle like that. Okay, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take my pencil and I'm gonna draw all the way around. Like that. If you need help with this part, don't forget that there are adults in your life that you can ask. There's always a grown-up nearby that can help you out. So I use a bowl. You can use anything you want, but I made my circle just about that big. Now what we're going to do is I'm gonna take out my green paints, and I'm gonna put a few different shades on a paper and some red, and on my cardboard and some red, and we're gonna go ahead and do some leaves for our beautiful wreath. Okay? Okay, so as you can see, I've got my circle ready to go. I painted it green, and I started a little bit of the leaves. So I'm gonna show you how I got to this step. I put some paint on my little trusty cardboard palette. It's super tiny, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be super big or anything. I just recycle construction paper and stuff from my last art socials, and that's what I use to put my paint on. So I'm using two different shades of green today, and some red, and I've got the black for the writing. So what I have here is my circle. I went over the pencil with my dark green, and I have another shade of dark green as well, but it's a little bit brighter. It's just gonna kind of give it some contrast. It's gonna be really nice. So I went around with my darker green. You can go with your brighter green, it's up to you, but we're gonna try and keep it thin because it's gonna be just very nice and dainty. It's gonna be very cute. It's not gonna be big and poofy. And I'm trying to make it simple enough for you guys to be able to do as well, and it always looks really nice when it's simple too. So what I did for these leaves over here is I'm changing from dark to bright, and it doesn't show super well on the video, but in person you're gonna see that the different colors are really gonna make, the different colors of green are really gonna make it nice and pop nicely, okay? So I'm going like this. I'm gonna take some of my, my darker paint, and I'm just using a flat, actually an angled brush, but you can use a flat brush. And I'm going right here and flat, and I go outwards and point, and outwards and point, okay? So that's how I'm doing it, and I'm gonna go all the way around, and I change my colors back and forth. So now I'm gonna go with a little bit brighter. I'll show you once again. So I start here, like that, okay? Once we go all the way around, we're gonna see what areas we need to add a little bit more in, and then we're gonna put little red balls for a nice little decoration. So I'll show you how to do this part as well. So I'm gonna use some dark green. I'm gonna do a few more with you on camera, like that, and like that. You can make them big, you can make them small. If they touch each other, that's fine. The leaves on any wreath touch each other. If while you're going down this part, if you find it hard to move your hand to go around, just keep flipping the canvas. Okay, so I'm gonna, it looks a little naked in between the leaves, and like I said, we're going to fill that in with some red and some more leaves in a few minutes. So I'm just gonna continue doing this until I've gone all the way around, and I will catch you when I'm done that. Okay, so once you're done going all the way around and flipping your canvas around to help you maneuver, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some more because it looks nice and simple, but we want to add a little bit more depth to it because I'm not quite liking how simple it is. I just wanna add a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead with my greens and I'm gonna go in between, and every once in a while, I'm just gonna add one here, one there, just to make it look more, not so perfect, because a wreath has very different leaves all the way through, and it's not always gonna be the same. So I'm gonna do this here. That sound you just heard is just my computer behind me. So go like this. If you hear it again, it's just my computer, and there it goes. I gotta learn to turn that sound off. Okay, so I think that that is looking more full, more beautiful. I really like how it's coming out. And the next, we're gonna fill it up with some red. So I don't know if you've ever seen some holly. It's like three little red dots with greenery. So we're gonna try and do something a little bit like that. So I'm gonna put away this brush because I'm gonna use a clean one. You can just wash this one and reuse it if you want to, but I'm gonna be using a brush more to be able to do a dot. So it's not a flat brush. It's got more of a tip to it. It's a little bit rounder. So I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna use it to put a few red dots here and there. And I'm gonna put the red dots in threes. So I'm gonna go thick with my paint because I want the red dot to be really pretty and visible. So I'll go like that. I don't want it to be too big. Like that. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle either. And a third one here. There you go, just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do some here. Maybe another one right here. And don't worry about how thick it is. It'll look a lot better if you have it very thick on the board. It'll dry. And there you go. Fix that one a little bit more. And I'm gonna add down here. So a circle here. And as you can see, I'm forming it like a triangle. A top, a bottom left, and a bottom right. And there you go. Okay, I'm gonna also be bold and I'm gonna put one every here and there. So I'm gonna have one here. Maybe some of the little cherry things fell off. I'm not sure what they're called, these red little dots on hollies. Maybe they're just called the holly. There you go. Okay, and I think that's good. I think that's enough. I don't want it to be too busy because I want to concentrate on my words here and my big nice bow with some nice twine. Okay, so that's gonna be it for the colors. We're gonna go ahead and use our black next, and we're gonna write Noel. So I don't know if you guys, some of you are French or not, but Christmas in French is Noel. And a lot of people even if they're English or any other kind of language, it's really nice to write Noel because you can say it in English as well, and it sounds really nice and it looks really pretty when it's written. So we will finish off this part and I will see you in the next clip where we're gonna write the beautiful word Noel. Okay guys, so I'm gonna take my angled brush. I went and washed it and I dipped it in some black. And I'm using my angled brush because the angled brush is much easier to do lettering. And I'm actually gonna do some cursive lettering. So I know the older ones can do some cursive maybe with the help of an adult as well. If you are younger and you're not quite sure how to do that yet, just do it with either you can use some wooden letters to do the wording, or you can actually paint it out. and do just normal letters, Noel for Noel, not cursive. So it's up to you. Decide what you want to do. Enlist the help of a grown-up and march on forward. So let's see how I write Noel in cursive. Okay, so as you can see, I wrote Noel in cursive. I went pretty slow to show some of you how I did it, and I went back over with some more black to thicken it up a little bit. And that second step you were able to see as well. So what I'm gonna do now is, I think that the black with the black lines kind of blends in together. So I'm gonna take another brush and I'm gonna take some red and just slightly I'm going to add a line to accentuate the N right here. And I'm going to do another one inside of the O, just like that. Just kind of brings out the words, right? So I'm gonna go under the E, just like that. And I'm gonna go inside of the L on the left side. Not too much. And I'm gonna end it with a little E, just like that. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do a little bit of red up here too. Whee! Perfect, that looks beautiful. Okay, so our next step is letting this dry, and then we will be able to put our bow and some twine around the top. Okay, so I'll catch you in that clip. Okay, so for the next part, we're going to prepare our twine, and I've got it out here, and I cut out some like a long part of it, and if it's too long, I'll cut it after. So I've also got my little dollar store bow, and I've got a little twist tie that comes in the back of it, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the rope inside of here, and I'm gonna twist this nice and tightly onto the twine. That way I know it's not gonna be coming off. So twist that really good. So we're mixing a little bit of craft into this painting as well, and I love to incorporate that because it makes it look so much prettier, and it's just an extra step that puts some depth into your painting. So I've got the bow twisted on over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna flip this around like this. There, like that. And what we're going to do, oh, sorry for shaking you guys. I'm gonna take this bow, I'm gonna make sure that it gets placed here, and I'm gonna take the rope and we're gonna wrap it around the top. And when I get back, I can't do that while I'm recording because I gotta move it and stuff like that. So just basically make sure that your bow lands here and wrap your stuff in the back, and just keep wrapping the twine around and see how I do it in the next clip, okay? And then we'll go from there. All right, so what I have here is the beginning. So I just want to show you what I did. So I had this wrapped onto the twine, and the twine, I wrapped it around, and in the back, I have it tied really tight so that that doesn't go anywhere. Now I'm gonna use the longer part of the rope to twist completely around, and we're gonna tie it back there again. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this part, go up here around the bow, and I'm going to cross over. This is a little hard to do, like that. I want it kind of crisscrossing on each other, okay? And just keep wrapping until you find you have enough twine around, and then that's it, you'll be done. So I'll show you what I have in my end result in a minute. And there we have it, the end result. I didn't want to go too crazy on the twine, so I wrapped it 3 times. When I went back around the back, I ended up, as you can see here, tying it up back again. So there's 2 knots back here. The first knot for the first wrap around, and then I wrapped it around twice and then tied it back up. So if you need help with that, just ask an adult, that would be fine. And then that's it, you're done. You've got your wonderful Christmas painting. Don't forget, I'm gonna be announcing how we're gonna get this painting as a giveaway tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow as well, okay? So I hope you guys have had a lot of fun doing this with me today. This is new for me. I've never done a Christmas painting like this. It's really fun. I'm always learning new things with you guys, and that makes me very, very happy. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed yourselves just like I did. I had so much fun doing this. It was very unique. It was very awesome to do with the twine and the bow. And I mean, if you had your own decorations to put on it, go for it. But just remember that the giveaway that I'm going to be doing in the video tomorrow, and the post that I'm going to do on Facebook, is for the painting that I did today. So that giveaway will be, all the details will be given to you tomorrow. So don't forget to check out the Facebook page tomorrow and the video, and we will be picking a winner in a few days time, and the winner is going to go home with my original. So this painting that you did today, decide what you want to do with it, put it up, gift it to people, do whatever you want with it. It's your painting. So just, I want to let you guys know something. There's a little boy who follows my art social, and this little boy is my friend's son. And so I know him personally, and he told me that he was very excited to gift all of his art socials to his friends and family this year. Isn't that just beautiful to hear? He's being kind and loving, and he's doing something with his own hands to be able to give to somebody that he loves. That to me is just wonderful, and I think that is the highlight of my entire few months that I've been doing this with you guys. I'm so happy to have done this with you this year. Just remember, I will be back in January. There will be no art social for the rest of December, so have yourselves a very Merry Christmas, and don't forget to stay creative. Bye guys. Merry Christmas.